Hi everybody, it's me, Wendy from Wendika Studio Collective, back with another video. Hope you guys are doing okay today. It's been a moment since I did a voiceover on these videos. So today I am creating a piece for my brother who recently came by to spend a few days with me, he and my other two brothers, and I promised to make him an abstract piece since there was a piece at my house that he liked. So I told him I would make one for him. So I'm going to use like an off-white fabric, which I've stripped the edges, and I will continue to strip the edges. And then I just used a pencil and drew a pattern, and I'm going to use blue paint. But I think for all intents and purposes I need some new paint. I think I've had this paint too long and I probably need to just toss it, but it's too late today, so I'm going to continue to use it and hopefully it will turn out okay. So today I wanted to talk to you guys. It's been a moment since I talked about anything on this channel. I wanted to talk to you guys today about taking ownership for words that are spoken over you. Sometimes we do have people, for whatever reason, you know, they say things to us that hurt our feelings. They say things to us that make us second guess ourselves or question who we are or where we are in life. And if we're not careful, we'll end up shutting down and starting to believe the words that have been spoken over us. And I don't, you know, it's easy for me to sit here and say that sometimes you have to learn to not own something that somebody tries to give to you. And I can say this now because it took me years to get to that point. Because at one time in my life, everything that people said to me, I would just kind of believe what they said and get sad and cry and depressed and stuff. But I had to realize that, you know, people are always going to have something to say, you know, especially if they feel like you might be in a better position than they are. People are always going to have things to say when they want to cut you down and make you feel less about yourself to make them feel good. So I think sometimes we as people, we have to get to the point where, you know, it's almost like you got to choose which battle you're going to fight. And when somebody says something about you that cuts you to the core, I consider that a battle. And sometimes you have to, at least this worked for me, sometimes you have to look at, is this going to benefit me if I take ownership of this? Is it going to benefit me, or is it going to take me back a few steps? Is it going to pull me back from some of the progress that I've already made in my life? So I think for some of us, well, not some of us, most of us, we have to get to that point where we understand that people are always going to have something to say. There's always going to be somebody in your life who think they're better than you, or who think that you shouldn't have what you have, or you shouldn't be as confident as you are, or you shouldn't know the things that you know. And sometimes we have to be able to recognize these people. And in most instances, I would say pray for them. Pray for them rather than getting upset with them and then getting upset with yourself and beginning to question who you are as a person. One of the things I know that is always good is confidence, self-confidence, self-awareness, knowing who you are, knowing that, you know, knowing who you are and taking ownership for who you are. And not allowing negative thoughts and negative words to impact the way you see yourself. Because sometimes if we're not careful, we do that. And another thing that I would say that we all need to be mindful of is comparing ourselves to others. Take ownership for the person that you are, and know that there is not one single person on the face of this earth that is like you. Nowhere will you go unless you're identical twin. That's different, and still identical twins have different personalities. So just know that God made you the way he did because that's how he wants you to be. Embrace who you are. Whether you a few pounds overweight, whether you too skinny, whether you think your hair could have been a little bit longer, a little bit thicker, whether you think your lips could have been a little bit bigger, or your behind could have been a little bit more. You know, we have so many people now that get BBLs and breast enhancement because they're not satisfied with the way they look or with how God has made them. And that's okay. If you feel like that's what you need to do, then hey, that's what you do. But for the most part, I have discovered in my life that just taking ownership and embracing who you are and loving who you are at every stage in life. If you want to do something to change something in your life, then go ahead. If you don't think anything is wrong with what you're doing or the way you look, then just live your life and be happy. Be happy, be positive. Go out there and make a splash in the world. Let people see who you are. Wherever you go, leave a mark. When you leave, people need to know that you've been there. People need to remember you after you have left. Don't go out and nobody can say, well, who was that? I don't know. I don't remember her. Make a mark. And I'm not saying to go out and be loud and boisterous and do all kind of crazy stuff. That's not what I'm saying. But you would be surprised. Just sometimes a word of encouragement to somebody leaves a mark. A word of concern for someone other than yourself leaves a mark. So as you continue to watch this video, which I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you liked it, I tried to do a kind of abstract pattern here for my baby brother because he's one of my favorite people on this entire planet, I have to say, and so are my other brothers and my sisters. But I did this specifically for him since he requested something. So, you know, like I said, live your lives, people. Be happy. Be contented with where you are. If you're not contented, go out and do something. Do something to change your life, and don't wait for somebody to do it for you. Okay, so this video is almost to an end. I hope you watch down to the end. And, you know, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you for staying with my channel and, you know, just continuing to look at the videos. I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to keep creating things as I go along. And I hope that, you know, people out there would subscribe, would like the videos, subscribe, leave comments for me so that I can continue to grow this channel. Okay, so I want to say, guys, thank you so much for watching. The video is almost done. Check it out to the end, and I will see you on my next video. Okay? All right, bye now.